Warning. Actonville TV disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host, authors, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any religious affiliation.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranam Ayyappa, Om Shakti, Parashakti. Welcome everybody, welcome to the show.
Welcome to everybody.
Welcome Dr. Maistry.
Thank you, you too.
Welcome to the show everyone. If you are watching the show for the very first time, welcome to Actonville TV. It's for everyone. This is a show called The Journey. It's about exploring Hinduism as a whole. For those of you who don't know me, I'm your host Kimera Heeralal. By my side, I've got Dr. PK Maistry. And we are taking you through the journey of Hinduism, as you can see. Now, if you want to interact with us in studio today to share your views, comments, and beliefs, you can comment, anonymously on our WhatsApp line, which you'll find at the bottom right of the screen throughout the entire show. But since we are streaming live, you can just comment freely at the bottom of the screen. Now, if you are watching the show through any other of the 77 platforms except YouTube, please click on the link, as that views count and help this community station to grow with numbers. Now, as we open up the show this evening, before we continue to tell you what we're doing today, let's open up the show with Lord Ganesha. And helping us do that today, we have Siva Subramania Kovil with Ganesha Medley.
Shakti Vinayagani Vanakam Nanmigal Piragirache Yemakum Navasati Vinayagani Vanakam Nanmigal Piragirache Yemakum Navasati Vinayagani Vanakam Nanmigal Piragirache Yemakum Navasati Vinayagani Maya Piragirache Manakum Varutai Kayar Yemakum Kairam Puritai Maya Piragirache Manakum Varutai Kayar Yemakum Kairam Puritai Om Vire Pavangal Om Vire Seda அமுத முதல்வனே அமுனோட முதல்வனே அமுனோட முதல்வனே விநாயகா அமுனோட முதல்வனே அமுனோட முதல்வனே அமுனோட முதல்வனே விநாயகா கஜமுகநாதா 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 விநாயகா கஜமுகநாதா 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 விநாயகா விநாயகா ஹரி 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 விநாயகா மூஷிகவாகனமோதனஸ்த ராಮನಿರೂಪ ಮಹೇಶ್ವರ ಪುತ್ರ ವಿಘ್ನ ವಿನಾಯಕ
Jai Ganesha! Beautiful opening of our show this evening with the Siva Subramanya Koval in Durban. As they please more information.
Wonderful Siva Subramania Temple in Ottawa, just past Verulam. Incidentally, we also have some of your devotees here at the Meenakshi Temple,
Wow.
in the likes of Devi Murugan and family, Yan and Padyachi and family, all hail from your temple, Sri Subramania Temple of Ottawa. And what comes to my mind right now is as Mrs. Alimal Cooper, one of the founding members of the Ottawa Temple.
Thank you so much, Dr. P.K. Maistry. As we already have love coming in through YouTube, we've got Devin Nadu. Namaskaram to you too, sir. Welcome to the show.
I never saw your temple throughout Navaratri, Devin.
Where were you, Devs? All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the teachings of today's topic, we are talking about the Tentative Tonsure in Tamil Nadu, the origins of the Conch, as well as the temple bell. This is episode 112, guys. So if you are searching for this a little bit later, you can find it by either typing in the topic of conversation or the episode as well. So you can make a note of that. I know we've got Dr. P.K. Maistry, who is teaching you today, educating you on these topics. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we will continue with the show.
Are you looking for transport from Lenasia south to surrounding areas for work? Look no further, contact Jones 083 298 5054.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swamiye Saranamayyappa. Welcome back, everybody. Alright, so we're continuing to educate you on the journey show this evening, as this is a spiritual journey and it's about exploring Hinduism as well. I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal. We also have Dr. P.K. Maistry in the building.
Thank you.
He will be educating you this evening on Tentative Tonsure in Tamil Nadu, the origins of the conch, as well as the temple bell. So let's start, Dr. Maistry. Can we look at, I've got my questions on my table here, and can you kindly introduce this topic of tonsure to the viewership and to me as well?
Good evening to the viewership. Tonight we're going to discuss the practice of tonsure in Tamil Nadu. It's an influence in Buddhism. So Buddhism, you know, is Gautama. Gautama came from the northeast of India during the 5th century BC, and he formed Buddhism. But before we start, Tamil Nadu is one of the southern states of India. So the southern states of India are Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. They form the base, the southern parts. So we're dealing with tonsure. And when I will continue the topic, all of you will say, oh, is that tonsure? Because everybody knows what's tonsure. So tonsure is supposed to be an ugly, inauspicious practice and a symbol for mourning. It is also intended as a state of asceticism. People who give up worldly life and they are searching for God. Tonsure, they remove all the hair. That is tonsure. It is followed as a punishment or penalty for criminals. So before the domination of our modern government in remote villages, village panchayat, that's what's a panchayat? It's a council in the village. They had no courts, they acted as a court, was in practice. Criminals were summoned, and after deciding the case, justice was given. One of the punishments was, after tonsuring the hair, the base head is decked with black dots and the person is made to ride on a donkey and taken around in a procession. Then you know that the panchayat has said that this is a criminal.
Okay.
So, the above punishment were made severe, and cow dung would be poured on the criminal, and women of the village would beat him with a broomstick. Tonsure. From this we can understand that tonsure was given as a punishment and followed by the village people. Even now, when some people challenge things, they'll promise that they will tonsure the head when they fall or fail in the bet. If you lose a bet, they promise to tonsure the hair. So that you heard of removing the hair in Tirupati, the word there is tonsure. Even now in the districts of Tirunelveli and Kanyakumari is the southern tip of Tamil Nadu. If the mother or father of the house expires, that means expires means dies, right? All the male children will tonsure their heads as a symbol of asceticism in the Hindu religion.
Okay.
Right? The ladies who lost their husbands will tonsure their heads as a symbol of widowhood. There are many references to this in the Sangam literature. What is Sangam literature? The literature in the early days, before the world went under the sea, the deluge, or the Lemuria theory, right? At that stage, it was there in the Sangam literature. But practically, this practice has decreased nowadays. But the Brahmin ladies of Tamil Nadu and some people of Tirunelveli and Kanyakumari districts are practicing it.
Okay, so doctor, could you kindly tell us what are the different types of tonsure, if there is?
Well, as we started off by saying, we now understand the meaning of tonsure and its religious significance in Tamil Nadu. So, first of all, it's a method of punishment for males only. It's a mourning for bereavement of their parents by the males only. It's a symbol of asceticism by the males and females, and it is a symbol of widowhood for females. In the first two practices, only men will take part. There is no evidence of the woman's part in the first two, that is, the method of punishment and the mourning for bereavement of the parents. Among the four kinds, only the fourth kind, which is a symbol of widowhood, is known as widowism and is practiced only by women. The third kind is for both men and women. That's asceticism when you're looking for God. You tonsure your head, sit under a tree, go to the mountain and start meditating. First and second kinds are not mentioned in Tamil literature, but for the fourth, that is the symbol of widowhood, it is mentioned in numerous references in the Sangam literature. Talks more about the ladies that tonsure the head, and there is no evidence for men who tonsure their heads except a single mention on child tonsure. So at the age of 6 years old, the child gives back his hair to God and say, now I'm going to get a new set of hair which will be mine, although it's still God's hair.
All right, Dr. Maistry, we've got Divashni Kalitrana coming in through Facebook. This is very interesting. Thank you so much, Divashni, for joining the show. If you haven't subscribed to our channel already, please do click on the link, on the YouTube link, and subscribe. And don't forget to like, share as well. All right, so Doctor, do you still have a few more things to say about the kinds of...
Yeah, just to complete that question of yours in number 2.
Okay.
In Palani Hill, now Palani is a big name.
Okay.
Palani Hill, as Andy just mentioned before the start of the show, is one of the houses of Lord Muruga. Right? In this district, it's among the holy places to do tonsure after fulfilling a vow by the people. God Muruga of Palani Hill is called the god of tonsure. And in Tamil, they also call it Motai Andi, Motai, M-O-T-T-A-I, and then you got Aandi. That's the word in Tamil for tonsure. And the Tirumuruga Pade, one of the 10 hymns of the Sangam, was sung after Lord Muruga. It never spoke about tonsure. So let us just be careful there. In the Tiruvalluvar, the first literary author mentioned this habit and condemned it. Tiruvalluvar, right? He wrote the Tirukkural. And what it says in the Tirukkural, what is the worth of shaven head or 3 sheets long if you shun what the world condemns as wrong? Now, you know, Kimera, as our host on a daily basis, at the end of the program, she'll give you one of the treatises of the Tirukkural. I figured what's the number today. Like that, we mentioned, what is the worth of shaven head or 3 sheets long if you shun what the world condemns as wrong?
Thank you.
Yes, Kimera.
Okay, so Dr. Maistry, please enumerate the 7 characters as defined for, well, John Saints.
Okay. Paramagalar was written the commentary for the Tirukkural, number 280 of the Kural, says that tonsure is one of the characters.
Okay.
Hence, he defines the partite means a character of ascetic known as losam, Losam. There are 7 characters defined for the Jain saints. Now, the first one is called losam, second one is called nakedness, third one is called not taking a bath, lying on the floor is the next one, not cleansing the teeth, eating in a standing position, and eager putam. We'll explain you that just now. These are the 7 characters involved in the Jain custom. Right? Now, losam, which means tonsure again. So you see it in Tamil Nadu, among the Hindus, you see it in Buddhism, you see it in Jainism. Jains, before leading to the asceticism, will get Diksha. What is Diksha? Diksha is an initiation to you by a guru to start your path of enlightenment. You have to have Diksha. So you can't be a priest if you didn't have Diksha. So they're saying in the South African situation, male and female should have Diksha at the age of 7. So even if you're 60s, you can still go back and start again with the Diksha and then look for enlightenment and proceed. So, tonsure is very important to get Diksha. Instead of shaving their hair with a knife, they pull out the hair with their hand.
Oh.
A famous poet in the Sangam literature has practiced this. So, Kundalesi mentions that not only men but women practice this. The heroine of the epic of Kundalesi is Patrai. She was vexed to the world and practiced asceticism and embraced Jain religion. As a symbol of asceticism, the hair was removed from her head, but the hair which was grown again was very curly. So she was called the child of Kundalesi, a lady with curly hair. Later on, she became a Buddhist, converted from Jainism to Buddhism.
So what was excuse me, the relationship between tonsure and Buddhism, as you are mentioning now?
Well, we need to understand what is Madhavi and how they fit in to try to explain what you're asking.
Okay.
Madhavi had put on asceticism after hearing the death of Kovalan in that play.
Okay.
Chitrapati, the mother of Madhavi, spoke to Madhavi about the youth and beauty of Mani Makale, very famous book in Tamil Nadu, Mani Makale. And also she liked to lead the life of a harlot. Madhavi knew the intention of her mother. At that moment she called the daughter Mani Makale and tonsured her hair and made her a disciple of Lord Buddha. Now you know Lord Buddha is Gautama in the 5th century in the northeast of India. So what happened here? Madhavi removed the flower and hair of her daughter Mani Makale and she joined in the religion school of Buddha by her mother. From the above example, it is very clear that tonsuring practice was followed by the people of Jains and Buddhism. This habit is still followed by the ascetics of Jains and Buddhists. The monks of Saivites and Vaishnavites insulted these ascetics of the Jains and Buddhists as tonsuring headmen. That's what they call him. So the Saivites and the Vaishnavites never tonsured their hair. Only the Jains and the Buddhists. So it is confirmed that the habit of tonsuring the hair belongs to Jains and Buddhists. The Thevaram referred to tonsuring as follows. It says in the law book of Aryas, I think that's what you asked me earlier before.
Yes.
The mention. What did you ask me about Aryas?
My next question was going to be is when tonsure is mentioned in the laws book of Aryas, can you comment on that?
So you can see our hostess Kimera is also doing a lot of research. She knew about the law book of Aryas. It inferred tonsure as a punishment. They say it's a punishment in this law book. The punishment of Brahmins is to tonsure their hair, but to others the punishment of Brahmins is to remove the life of a man's habits, to make him an ascetic, to look for God. And above the religions and literary examples, reveal or teach each other the following facts. 1. Tonsuring hair as a concept of a high path of asceticism to look for enlightenment. And the other one is tonsuring the hair as a concept of disgracing a man. So the first concept expressed above is applicable to Buddhism and Jainism, whereas the concept of disgracing is accepted by the Vedic religion. Vedic religion is the North Indian religion.
Alright, so before we continue to talk about tonsure, ladies and gentlemen, we will move to the next question, but let's take a quick break. When we come back, we will talk more about tonsure.
See flooring differently. Innova Floor Santon. Contact us today.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sairam, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam. Welcome back, everybody. Alright, as we are continuing with our show as we go live every single weekday, Monday through to Friday at 7 p.m. guys, it is the Journey Show, and yes, it's about exploring Hinduism as a whole. We've got Vijay Governor coming through on YouTube. Vanakkam, Auntie Vijay, welcome to the show. Alright, so as Dr. P.K. Maistry is educating you this evening on the tentative tonsure in Tamil Nadu. If you missed the beginning of the show, please make sure that if you're watching it now and you don't have any other time, you can rewind on the live bar on the YouTube channel. But if you feel to watch the show a little bit later or later on in the week, you can click on the link. Now, Dr. Maistry, could you please tell us, now as we mentioned that tonsure is mentioned in the laws, the law book of Aryas, and you did comment on that. Now can you tell us, when you generalize tonsure, now our viewers are curious to know your viewpoint on this, as we're getting messages on the WhatsApp line and some people wish to keep their views, comments and questions anonymously.
Yes, I can see some of the questions coming through.
Yes.
I'll try my best to answer this, Kimera.
No problem.
The practice of tonsuring has nowadays become the object or subject of research. Both men and women pray to God and express their faith and offering to God through tonsuring. That means they think they believe that if they tonsure their hair, they have a great respect for God. Some places like Tirupati, Palani, Tirutani have become holy centers. This is also formed as a ritual. Apart from this, children, along with the parents, consider this as a sacrifice to God. The parents consider this as a sacrifice to God. Very important line, right? So the parents also celebrate the ear-boring ceremony of the children in the temples along with their offerings. So that you got tonsuring on one side and the piercing of the ear for both men and women, boys and girls. What is despised of an uncustomary act is patronized here is thought-provoking. Tonsuring is condemned by the Vedic religion, but it is praised by the Jains and Buddhist religions and was followed by them. Hence, from this we have an we can understand that tonsuring is followed by Tamils from the temple customs of Jains and Buddhists. Once it was practiced by ascetics, but later on it was considered as holy and was followed by everyone. The saffron dress you've seen ladies and men wearing ochre, O-R-C-H-E, ochre clothes, which is orange in color. The saffron dress which was used by the ascetics was then worn by everyone. You can see on the left of me on your screen, Kimera is wearing blue, not ochre. She's not an ascetic yet. Those who take the vow for tonsuring will give importance mainly to the hilly temple at Tirupati, Tirutani, Palani. Once Jains and Buddhist monks resided in the hills and caves. It was noted that Asoka was the great Buddhist king, right, had carved his inscription on all over South India and Ceylon in Brahmic script. Ashoka the Great. It is considered that the Vedic places were once the residence of Jains and Buddhists. Examples: the Alaga Malay, Pandava Malay, you got the Sitra Malay, Asani Malay, and you got the Karu Malay. All Malay means mountains. So these were all the caves of the Buddhists and Jains were, and also Tamil, you're going to call the monks or ascetics, used the place. Cows, cocks, and sheep are offered alive to the temples where they vow to tonsure. So instead of tonsuring the hair, they offered animals that are alive to the deity of the temple. It is different from that of sacrificing cows, sheep, or any other animal to the deities. In the temples like Tirupati and Palani, there is no sacrifice of animals, but they are offered alive.
Wow, that is a beautiful.
Yeah. So tonsuring is not all over Tamil Nadu. You can see they say, "I'm not tonsuring my, I'll offer the animal to the deities."
I find that beautiful. Nishi Heeralal coming through on YouTube. Namaste, Nishi Heeralal. Welcome to the show. If you are a little late, you can rewind at the bottom of the screen on the live bar.
You got the same surname as Nishi.
Yes.
Is that?
That's my mom.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome. Namaste, ma.
All right. So doctor, now that you're explaining so much to us, and we are still discussing tonsure in Tamil Nadu, right? So what is the importance as well, what the summation of this topic? Let's talk about it.
Well, Kimera, tonsuring is a method of punishment.
Okay.
To mourn the bereavement of parents, a symbol of asceticism and a symbol of widowhood.
Thank you.
Then, tonsuring is a concept used by Jains or Buddhists to reveal the deepest level of asceticism. They are trying to show mankind that we have given up the worldly pleasures. You can see my hair is tonsured and I'm looking for God. Tonsuring is considered to be a taboo by the Vedic religion. That means the North Indians generally do not tonsure. Tonsuring the hair is accepted as a celestial ceremony, as a habit in temples. And lastly, it is believed that the acceptance of this habit by Buddhists and Jains would have in later time become more of a custom in temples. I'll give you a quick example, Kimera.
Thank you.
As they were mentioning at the temple last night, there was a justice from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, who went to visit Tirupati temple. This lady was a very, very, very wealthy lady, but her husband ran into a lot of problem in the justice system in Kuala Lumpur. So she went to the well, where they throw in jewelry, money, and etc. And she said to the goddess, or God, she said, "I can give you everything. I can't give you this ring my husband gave me. It's worth millions of ringgit. I'll give you my hair, my beautiful hair."
Oh.
And she bowed down in reverence. The ring fell from her hand into the pond, and God made her retain her hair.
Beautiful.
Look at that. She offered her hair, but the material wealth of hers fell into the pond. That's what God wanted to show her, that what was more important was her hair.
Yes.
And we spoke about that in Tirupati, how the lady tonsured her hair for Venkateswara Swami or Balaji.
Yes.
So this is the same concept here.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Kimera.
Beautiful story. Coming up next, we have Nalisha Govender as she praises Lord Muruga with Muruga Muruga, you are my shining star.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, Muruga is my shining star. Muruga, Muruga, Sativel Muruga, you are my shining star. Kartikeya Muruga, Vadivela Muruga, come to me, Lord Muruga. Muruga, Muruga, Sativel Muruga, you are my shining star. Kartikeya Muruga, Vadivela Muruga, come to me, Lord Muruga. Muruga, 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 When I need you, Muruga, you are there, Muruga, to take all my troubles away. You, my Swami Muruga, give me light, Muruga, Vavavadivela. When I need you, Muruga, you are there, Muruga, to take all my troubles away. My Swami Muruga, give me light, Muruga, Vavavadivela. Muruga, 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 Sativel Muruga, you are my shining star. Kartikeya Muruga, Vadivela Muruga, come to me, Lord Muruga. Muruga, Muruga, Sativel Muruga, you are my shining star. Kartikeya Muruga, Vadivela Muruga, come to me, Lord Muruga. Muruga, Muruga, Muruga,
Vetrivel Muruganuku, Arogara.
Well done, Malaysia Governor. Such a small child and how beautiful to sing it. Let me tell you something, viewership. It's not easy to sing in front of the mic and people are watching you.
That is
She's done very, very well. Congratulations, young Nalisha, and in particular, congratulations to your parents.
That's beautiful. Nalisha Govender, everybody. She's only 4 years old. And yeah, the director
4
tells me
years.
she's 4.
Wonderful.
She sings a song better than me.
Yes, you're better than me.
We've got Nishi Heeralal coming in through YouTube commenting on this beautiful child. Oh, she is so precious. Thank you so much. All right, so as we're talking about, we just finished off the tentative tonsure in Tamil Nadu. Dr. P.K. Maistry will continue in a few minutes talking about the origin of the conch. For those of you who don't know what's a conch, it's the shell that you see in Lord Vishnu's hand.
That Andy is using in the temple every day.
Yes. and you'll notice that not a lot of people know the significance and the importance behind the conch, but we will continue to talk about this straight after this commercial break.
The Meenakshi Sundareshwar Kovil invites you and your family to journey with us towards a blessed Skanda Shasti. 13th to 18th November. For more information, please contact Sharman or Dr. B. Maistry.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sairam, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam. Welcome back, everybody. All right, so Doctor, we are going to continue with your teachings as you decided to move towards the origins of the conch, the shell.
Why we thought of the topic of the shell? We continuously ask in the temple, you guys at Actonville TV are giving high-powered lectures on various topics. What about some of the basics each time we come to your viewership? So Andy asked me yesterday, can't you speak about the conch? Okay. And I said, yeah, okay, fine. If Riaz comes early enough today, we will do the research and try to present some notes to you today. So I thank Riaz for the research that has been done. The conch shell is a major Hindu article of prayer. It's used as a trumpet and in order to get rid of negative energy and evil spirits. Now you noticed that during Saraswati prayer, how people worship their books, their instruments, and any other gadget or instrument for propagation of your income or your spiritual knowledge. I noticed in Meenakshi temple how Andy will look after his conch, and the way he will place it, it's so sacred to him. So I was also wondering in the research, and yes, it's getting revealed, it is also used as a container for holy water, right? That's called the Shankar Titam. The Shankar, or the conch shell, mudra, that means the movement of your hands, the mudra, and the conch, right, is also used during various tantric rituals and meditation. The Shankar is considered to be one of the most auspicious objects that emerged from the sea during the Kesha, Sagara, Samudra, Mantham. During that period of time, they found the conch in the sea. Our ancestors knew that when a shank is blown, when the conch is blown, its cosmic vibrations can cure diseases. Shank or shankam in Sanskrit means a conch holding the sacred water. Earliest written documentation of the shank can be traced back to the Vedas and other holy Hindu sects like the Bhagavad Gita and the Vishnu Purana. They are widely used in many Hindu rituals, from bathing of a deity to the starting and ending of a holy ritual. Yes, I did see a priest putting water in the conch and pouring it over the deity as a form of abhishekam, and I myself did not understand until the research was done, Kimera.
Oh, and we as well, because I've seen the Guru Impression, if you are watching the show, it was next to speak about it today.
Yeah. But you see, the problem, Kimera, as you also said,
yes,
the priests are not explaining the youth. That is our problem.
And thank you for teaching us today, Doctor, because I notice he'll always call Andy, he'll say, bring your conch shell when there's abhishekam happening.
But you're not telling Andy why.
Why?
Yeah. He must tell you why.
Thank you for that.
Okay,
so Dr. Maistry, I believe that each Hindu shankar or conch, can I use the word conch as it's more comfortable for me, it has a specific name. Tell us about that.
Yes, in Hinduism, the shankar is regarded sacred and very auspicious.
Okay.
To initiate religious ceremonies, a conch is blown. It is a major Hindu article of prayer. God Vishnu, the god of preservation, is shown with the shankar in one hand and a disc or a chakra in the other hand.
Okay.
Each Hindu shankar or conch has a specific name. So Vishnu's shankar is called Panchayanga.
Okay.
It is believed that when it is blown, it announces the victory of good over evil, the Tamasama Jyotigamaya. In the epic war of the Mahabharata, the conch shell held a significant place. Arjuna's Shankha was called Devdatta,
Okay.
right? And Shahadeva's conch was known as Mani Pushpaka. Don't worry about the terminology so much. We just, Kimera is trying to tell us that each god and goddess had their own conch, and the conch was given a name. Don't worry too much about what was the name. Just remember, it is blown in the temple to ignite the rituals, number one. Number two, it is used with water in the abhishekam of the deities or the murtis.
Okay,
Yes, Kimera.
so doctor, what's the scientific significance of the conch?
Well, leaving aside the mythology,
Okay.
right, the conch shell's significance can also be corroborated by science. If you try holding a shankha near your ear, the sound of gently humming ocean can be heard.
When I was small, my mother used to tell me, put the shell by your
Yeah,
head
you
and
are.
hear the ocean.
But maybe she did not understand what an important aspect she pounced on. Right? This is actually the natural vibration of the cosmic energy of the earth, which gets magnified on entering the conch shell. The vibration from these conch shells can overpower evil forces from the earth and all the same time also create environmental pollution, including healing the hole in the ozone layer, which causes global warming. Global warming is a very big issue today.
Yes.
You can see what's happening around the world. The temperatures are now going above the 4-degree increment. Flooding is taking place in various parts of the world. That's all part of the global warming. According to science, the blowing of the conch shell enhances the positive psychological vibrations such as courage, determination, hope, optimism, willpower, etc. in the blower, as well as those around him.
As we're talking about the conch shell and explaining its significance and importance, we've got Sue Nadu coming in on YouTube. Namaste and welcome to all. Thank you for joining the show, Miss Naidu, Mrs. or Miss Naidu. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you watching the show today. So we are still, Dr. Maistry is still educating you on the origin of the conch. So, Doctor, can you please tell us the names, or should I say, name the types of conches or shankas that has are considered very sacred and pure in Hinduism?
Initially, I said that we should just remember the various gods and deities have their own conches.
Okay.
But now we're seeing on the on your chat on the screen,
Yes.
devotees are asking for the names of them. So maybe somebody is interested in the various types of the conches that are considered very sacred and pure in Hinduism. So we'll just mention it. The first conch is the Dakshinavati Shankha or conch.
Okay.
Vamavarti conch, Gau Mukti conch, Ganesha conch, Kauri conch, Moti conch. Not your Moti in Hindi, but this is called Moti conch, and Hira conch. So all the conches are called Shankha, and each one has a name. Dakshinavati, Vamavarti, Gaumukti, Ganesha, Kauri, Moti, and Hira. These are the various conches that are available in Hinduism to conduct ritual rites.
Dr. Maistry, is the Hira conch for me? I'm a Heeralal.
Yeah, I think we can. Our hostess would use the Hira conch, but there's no Maistry conch.
Oh, we'll get to it. We'll
Yeah,
put
thank
it
you
in the
very
books and everything. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we're continuing with the show, Dr. P.K. Maistry is educating you very well today. He has finished the Tentative Tonsure in Tamil Nadu, and he's just finished the origins of the conch. As we're going to take a quick break, when we come back, we're going to discuss the temple bell. Everybody has a bell by their lamp, that small little one, and the one in the temple that rings in the beginning and the end, especially when the arati is happening. You're ringing the bell. Do you truly know the importance behind it? Let's take a quick break.
see flooring differently. Innova Floor Santan. Contact us today.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Ayyappa. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the show. For those of you who just joined us, you can click on the link a little bit later if you missed the beginning, as Dr. P.K. Maistry is here and he did already teach about the tentative tonsure in Tamil Nadu as well as the origins of the conch. We will continue to talk about the temple bell, but before we do, we have coming up next Deshan Style Nadu with Muttana Muttu Kimera.
வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு குமரா முருகையா வா 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 சித்தாடும் செல்வக்குமரா சிந்தை மகிழ வா 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 முத்தாடு முத்துக்குமரா முருகையா வா 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 சித்தாடும் செல்வக்குமரா சிந்தை மகிழ வா 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 சரவண பவனி ஆறுமுகா சக்தி பாலனி ஆறுமுகா ஓம் சரவண பவனி ஆறுமுகா சக்தி பாலனி ஆறுமுகா தைப்பூசம் காவடி எடுத்தோம் முருகையா தைப்பூசம் காவடி எடுத்தோம் முருகையா முத்தாடு முத்தக்குமரா முருகையா வா 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 சித்தாடும் செல்வக்குமரா சிந்தை மகிழ வா 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 அப்பனுக்கு பாலம் சொன்ன ஆறுமுக வேலனப்பா தப்பேது செய்தாலும் ஒருத்தினிய மருள்வாயப்பா வேல் முருகா ரோகரா வேல் முருகா ரோகரா வேல் முருகா ரோகரா வேல் முருகா ரோகரா அப்பனுக்கு பாலம் சொன்ன ஆறுமுக வேலனப்பா தப்பேது செய்தாலும் ஒருத்தினிய மருள்வாயப்பா கொன்றாடும் குமரப்பா குளம் காக்க வந்திடப்பா கொன்றாடும் குமரப்பா குளம் காக்க வந்திடப்பா சிங்கார வேலனப்பா சீக்கிரவே வந்திடப்பா சிங்கார வேலனப்பா சீக்கிரவே வந்திடப்பா தான முத்துக்குமரா முருகையா வா 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 சித்தாடும் செல்வக்குமரா சிந்தை மகிழ வா 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 சரவண பவனி ஆறுமுகா சக்தி பாலனி ஆறுமுகா தைப்பூசம் காவடி எடுத்தோம் முருகையா தைப்பூசம் காவடி எடுத்தோம் முருகையா வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு வள்ளிமணவாளனுக்கு விதவிதமாய் அபிஷேகம் வண்ண தமிழ் முருகனுக்கு விதவிதமாய் அலங்காரோ வேல் முருகா ரோகரா வேல் முருகா ரோகரா வேல் முருகா ரோகரா வேல் முருகா ரோகரா வள்ளிமணவாளனுக்கு விதவிதமாய் அபிஷேகம் வண்ண தமிழ் முருகனுக்கு விதவிதமாய் அலங்காரோ இணையாடும் பாலா முருகா நீ வா வா இணையாடும் பாலா முருகா நீ வா வா எட்டு குடி வேலனப்பா என்ற துணை நீயே அப்பா எட்டு குடி வேலனப்பா என்ற துணை நீயே அப்பா முத்தான முத்தக்குமரா முருகையா வா 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 சித்தாடும் செல்வக்குமரா சிந்தை மகிழ வா 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 சரவண பவனி ஆறுமுகா சக்தி பாலனி ஆறுமுகா ஓம் சரவண பவனி ஆறுமுகா சக்தி பாலனி ஆறுமுகா தைப்பூசம் காவடி எடுத்தோம் முருகையா
Vetrivel Muruganukke, Rogara. What a beautiful delivery from Jason Stein and Nadu himself with Muttana Muttu Kumara. Beautiful.
Wonderful styling. I'm offering you a trip to come to Gauteng region. Whenever you're ready, please call Acton World TV and we'll bring you down to Gauteng.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. PK Maistry is here to educate you on the third portion of the show this evening as he will talk about the temple bell. But before we do, let's take a look at the Meenakshi Sundareswara Koval temple as they are going to have the Kartikeya Deepam.
The Meenakshi Sundareshwar Kovil invites you and your family to journey with us towards a blessed Kartikeya Deepam. 26th November, 9 a.m. For more information, please contact Sharman or Dr. V. Maistry.
Well, we hope to see you there at the MSK Temple, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who reside in Johannesburg.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all invited to our festivities throughout the year.
Okay, so as Dr. P.K. Maistry will continue with the information and teachings of the temple bell. So, Dr. Maistry, can you tell us? Let's start off simple. Let's talk about the ringing of the bell, its components.
Kimera, before that, I just want to say that a year ago, I was in the region of Stanger, and I was looking for a temple bell.
Okay.
I was looking for one of these big bells. And then my sister took me to Walton Stationers in one of the shopping centers, and we managed to find a bell. But that bell was the bell that you see in the temple now. It's got a wooden handle, a little bell. Would you like to guess what was the price of that bell? I now understand why. 750 rand.
What?
For that small bell.
The tiny one?
The tiny one in the temple.
Okay.
Right? Now let's see why a little bell like that can be so expensive.
Okay.
What's the reason? Ringing the temple bell produces the divine sound Om, A-U-M, which produces positive frequencies and vibrations around the place. The bell is said to be the spiritual seat of the gods and goddesses. The body of the bell illustrates infinity, while the tongue of the bell represents Saraswati. The tongue of the bell, that portion, bang, 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 that inside part of it.
That small thing that goes inside the bell.
Yes.
Okay.
So the bell is also called Ghanta, G-H-A-N-T-A. Is the term used for a temple bell, Ghanta, G-H-A-N-T-A. The puja bell is to announce the puja ritual. The handle of the bell represents Hanuman.
Wow.
Ever knew that?
I never knew that.
Right? The handle of the bell represents Hanuman, the Nandi, or the chakra. And it is considered to be the essential life energy known as prana shakti. Prana is the breath, shakti is the devotion. So can you see a simple thing like a bell, what it denotes?
So Dr. Maistry, can you tell us what are the benefits of ringing this bell in the temple or even at home?
Well, according to the Hindu faith, ringing a bell helps you to become one with the divine and connect your inner self, putting you in a state of awareness so that you can briefly lose yourself in the mantras or the chants and gain spiritual benefits. It is also used for the prayers and to make an announcement that the prayer is about to start.
Okay.
So the benefit, the sound of the bell purifies the vastu of the area by removing all negative energy and collecting positive energy and try to keep it within the space of the temple or your prayer room.
Okay, so what is vibrated when a bell is actually ringing?
Interesting, Kimera. When a bell is struck, the metal vibrates through the air as sound waves.
Okay.
When these waves reach our ears, they make our eardrums vibrate, and we hear the sound of the bell ringing. Sound waves always needs to travel through some kind of medium, such as air, water, or metal. Look how important this is. They're talking about the handle, they're talking about the tongue, they're talking about the base of the bell, the sound in your ear, the oceanic vibrations in your ear. Scientifically, it has been proven that it purifies the air.
I'm sorry, I have to add to this. This is the reason why I studied sound engineering. The way sound travels
Yes.
fascinates me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dr. Maistry, what are the temple bells actually made of, since you're talking about the metal?
Kimera, you just mentioned you studied sound.
Yes.
The speed of sound is 186,000 miles per second.
Yes.
It's said in the Puranas and in the Shiva Shakti novel.
Yes.
That's the speed of sound. What are the temples bell made of, you asked?
Yes.
Various metals like lead, copper, zinc, nickel, chromium and manganese. They are used. The proportion of each one of these metals is mixed.
Okay.
It is the real science behind the bell. The proportionate of the metals that are using to make the bell
Okay.
will allow different sounds of the bell in science. Each of these bells is made to produce such a distinct sound. It forms a distinct sound. It can create unity of your left and the right hand side of the brain. You know, we talk about bell. Now look where we've gone to the anatomical features of your human body.
That is beautiful.
Yes.
Usually when somebody rings a bell loud when I'm standing in temple, I move away because...
It's too loud for you.
Yes. So now...
So now you should go closer to the bell
I'm thinking
so
the
you see
same
the
thing.
scientific vibration.
I'm thinking the same thing. All right, so where do temple bells... where do temple bells ring 108 times?
This is very interesting.
Yes.
As part of the Japanese New Year celebrations, people queue to ring the bell 108 times.
Yes.
In a ceremony known as Jonao Kani.
Okay.
Joyanokan, it's a Japanese name.
Jonao
The 108 pearls of the bell are intended to purge humanity of the 108 earthly temptations that you have. I never knew that. Riaz researched that this morning.
Wow.
And he came to inform me, he says, can we speak about the Japanese? What the Japanese go to the bell now? We are talking about Hinduism.
Yes.
Our topic in Acting with TV is Hinduism. He said, but Doc, this is very important.
Yeah.
108 eat for another day in the rosary.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Nandri. Mika Nandri to Riaz Kaji for helping Dr. Maistry with this information, as I've been very well educated this evening. Okay, so Dr. Maistry, can you tell us what is the ringer of the bell actually called?
The tongue of the bell, the little part that you're talking about,
Yes.
when you ring the inner part, the tongue of the bell is the part inside that swings to make the bell ring.
Yes.
Is called the clapper.
Okay.
CLAPPER, it's called the clapper.
Okay. All right. So, can you comment on the bell's significance in Buddhism today?
In Buddhism.
Yes, not in...
They represent a method.
Okay.
Right. The method in Sanskrit is called Vajra, Vajra. So it represents the method and wisdom. Wisdom is the bell.
It's beautiful.
Okay? Combined together, they symbolize enlightenment as they embody the union of all dualities. That means, listen to this carefully, which means dualities. What is dualities? Bliss and emptiness, compassion and wisdom, appearance and reality, conventional truth and ultimate truth, male and female, etc. These are dualities.
Okay, so which is the the world's largest bell, if you don't mind me
Interesting again. For those who did not know, 216 ton, the weight, is the Russian star.
Wow.
TSAR bell. So it's called, let's call it SAR. TSAR bell in Russia. It's on display on the grounds of the Kremlin. Kremlin, that's the parliament of the Russians, is the heaviest known bell to exist in the world today. So I was also thinking, why are they using weaponry to kill the Ukrainians? They might have used the bell, take this bell and go to Ukraine and kill the people. This is not right what is happening. Consider what a great place the Kremlin is, 216 ton of the Russian saw bell, such a famous thing. But Russia is spoiling its name and Ukraine is also spoiling its name for both parties to get involved in a war. Then at the beginning of the program you asked me, and I said keep it for the end, Kimera. You asked somebody, I didn't get the point, And you said that woman, you asked the question or said the answer? Say it again.
I wanted to ask you, because every time I'm in temple, I'm a very helpful child. And there's certain things females can and cannot do. So I was asking, can females ring the bell? Since women, I was taught now, quite recently I learned women cannot give light to the crowd. I didn't know. And I was trying to help the guru, so I got shouted in another temple. And today I'm asking you, since we are talking about the temple bell, can women, females, ring the bell?
Well, I researched that. And we only found in the internet that in Kerala,
Yes.
generally Kerala is a place in one of the states in India, they don't allow women to ring the bell.
Okay.
But our comment on this, and I phrased it like this.
Okay.
By asking such a stupid question is a sign that you are not yet ready to serve God, and you are not yet ready to develop your feelings for God. That's why you're asking stupid questions. I think anybody can ring the bell. We are all God's children.
Yes.
We just finished the Sakti praise to say the power, the kinetic power of the females allows the world to rotate, the air to move, and all of us to move, agriculture, whatever comes into play because of the kinetic physical features of feminine power. So I think whoever is asking such stupid questions, even the people of Kerala, I don't think this is right. Allow everybody to ring the bell.
Thank you for that, Dr. Maistry. Okay, so when it comes to female things, do you think we should do another show separately just on the do's and don'ts of females, as that would help?
Excellent. I think that will be a very good.
That will be a nice show.
Get the question in advance from the viewership.
Yes.
Viewership. Please send in questions to our hostess Kimera, Heeralal, and then we'll take it up from there to answer your pertinent questions and to improve the Hindu society. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. P.K. Maistry, for educating us today on the Tentative Tonsure in Tamil Nadu, the origins of the Conch, and the temple bell. This is episode 112, ladies and gentlemen, 112. If you missed anything, do click on this link a little bit later and you can watch the entire show. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue with the 108 principles of the value system from the Tirukuru.
The ultimate accessory, the latest shiny thing, mesmerized, trying to keep up but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sayanam, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Mayappa. Welcome back, everybody. Alright, for those of you who just joined us, it is a little late, but it's always an honor and a pleasure to have people coming in and Dr. Vanakkam gives us our prayer hands. Vanakkam to you, Doc. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. As you're joining us through Facebook, thanks a lot. Now, we've come towards the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to move to our 108 principles of the value system from the Tirukuru. Today's lesson at number 32.
Today's lesson from the 108 principles of the value system from the Thirukkural is number 32. Practice fairness in economics.
And for those of you who are looking for a guru to perform the following services, you can contact Guru Indresan, ladies and gentlemen, as he will help you with the following services. He will help you and assist you with your Jandagam, known as your astrological readings, your Panchagam, your Navratri Shanti, your house prayers, your business prayers, your car prayers, your temple and hall weddings, your ceremonies like your 16 days and your 1 year, your Janda prayers, your auspicious Hawans, and your Kumbha Abhishekams. You can contact Guru Indresan on his WhatsApp line or call him on 081 325 0115. I'll give you the number again. It's 081 325 0115. Alright, well, I do believe we did run a little over time this evening, but I enjoyed myself. I
myself, wonderful evening. Thank you so much, Kimera, and the engineering team facing us.
Thank you so much to Andy Poonen and Riaz Kaji behind the camera. A very, very special and big thank you to Dr. P.K. Maistry for joining us.
Thank you.
It's always an honor and a pleasure to have him here with us. From myself, Kimera, Heeralal, and Dr. P.K. Maistry, and the viewers, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Sai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Swami Saranam Mayappa. Good night, everyone.
Good night.